Today on MUFC Pulse, we'll dive into some incredibly intriguing news. Joe Cole reveals the ideal manager to lead Man United, and Pep's response to Benjamin Sesko's performance against Brentford. For more on this story, check out the video. We also have some equally exciting football news coming up, so stay tuned until the end to catch it all. Welcome to MUFC Pulse. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell for more updates. Joe Cole's verdict on Ruben Amorim's replacement. When asked if he believes Ruben Amorim can turn things around at Manchester United, Joe Cole expressed doubts, suggesting that Amorim has had sufficient time to implement his vision but has not succeeded. He highlighted deeper issues within the club, noting that Amorim appears anxious on the touchline, which could affect the players. Cole pointed out that Manchester United's failure to secure consecutive league wins under Amorim is a significant concern, indicating that the club needs a new direction. When pressed on whether this meant a change in manager, Cole clarified that while he hesitates to call for sackings, he feels Amorim, once hailed as a potential savior, has not lived up to expectations. He suggested that Gareth Southgate would have been a better fit, given his ability to foster a strong team culture and connect with players. Southgate, during his 8-year tenure as England manager, guided the national team to 2 major finals, though he couldn't secure a trophy. Following Manchester United's defeat to Brentford, which Cole described as utterly dismal, scrutiny on Amorim is set to intensify. He noted that Brentford outperformed United in every aspect, and described the overall culture at Manchester United as lackluster and uninspired. Pep Guardiola's startling verdict on Benjamin Sesko following Manchester United's dismal defeat. Manchester United endured yet another crushing setback, succumbing to a disheartening defeat at the hands of Brentford at the Tech Community Stadium. This latest loss dashed the fervent hopes of the Red Devil supporters, who had been yearning for their side to string together consecutive victories in the Premier League this season. Under the stewardship of Ruben Amorim, United's performance laid bare persistent frailties, particularly in their defensive ranks and their inability to convert chances, leaving them mired in the mediocrity of mid-table. The spotlight of criticism fell squarely on United's backline, which crumbled under Brentford's pressure. Harry Maguire, long heralded as a linchpin in the heart of the defense, delivered a performance that was nothing short of calamitous. Brentford's opening goal, scored by the lively Igor Thiago in the 8th minute, exposed Maguire's deficiencies. Failing to maintain the offside line, he allowed Thiago to slip through and slot the ball past the United defense with ease. Maguire's woes continued throughout the match, his lackluster display earning him one of the lowest ratings among his teammates. This was, without question, one of his most forgettable outings this season, a performance he'll be desperate to erase from memory. Beneath the crossbar, Altay Bayındar's struggles only compounded United's defensive misery. The Turkish goalkeeper, tasked with proving his worth as a reliable number 1, faltered at critical moments. While he managed a handful of crucial saves, a catastrophic blunder in the 20th minute gifted Brentford their second goal, again courtesy of Thiago. Bayındar's record of 0 clean sheets in 6 Premier League matches this season paints a grim picture of his inability to inspire confidence, casting serious doubts over his suitability as United's primary shot stopper. Even captain Bruno Fernandes, typically the creative heartbeat of the side, failed to rise to the occasion. Expected to orchestrate play and spark a revival in midfield, Fernandes appeared directionless, his influence on the game negligible. The nadir of his performance came in the 75th minute when he stepped up to take a penalty that could have leveled the score. His tame effort was comfortably saved, snuffing out any hope of a United comeback and intensifying the scrutiny on Amorim, whose record now stands at a sobering 17 defeats in 33 league matches since taking the helm. Amid the gloom, however, a beacon of promise emerged in the form of young Slovenian striker Benjamin Sesko. The 22-year-old finally broke his duck for United, scoring his debut goal in the 26th minute. The strike was a testament to his persistence, as he capitalized on 2 rebounds from saves by Brentford's goalkeeper, Kelleher, before rifling a ferocious shot into the net. Despite the defeat, Sesko's display was a bright spot, his relentless energy yielding 6 shots, 4 of which were on target. His performance offered a tantalizing glimpse of his potential to become the spearhead of United's attack in the years to come. In the aftermath of Manchester City's clash with Burnley, Pep Guardiola, the City boss, offered a candid and somewhat surprising take on Sesko's performance. He acknowledged the young striker's extraordinary talent but cautioned that Sesko would need time to acclimatize to the relentless intensity of the Premier League. Guardiola noted that without a robust team framework to support him, Sesko risked becoming a flop. However, he was quick to praise the Slovenian's clinical instincts in front of goal, as evidenced by his well-taken strike against Brentford. Guardiola urged United to construct their play around Sesko, warning that failure to do so could see his immense potential go to waste. Despite Sesko's encouraging contribution, the overall performance of Manchester United was woefully inadequate. Brentford, who had managed just one victory prior to this encounter, asserted their dominance with a commanding display. The midfield duo of Jordan Henderson and Mikkel Damsgaard ran the show, their composure and creativity outshining United's lackluster engine room. Up top, Igor Thiago's clinical finishing proved too much for United's porous defense. The final nail in the coffin came in stoppage time, when Matheus Jensen fired home Brentford's third, sealing a comprehensive 3-1 triumph for the hosts and extending United's wretched run of form on the road this season. Ruben Amorim admitted that his side had been sucked into Brentford's game plan, losing their focus and failing to impose themselves. He emphasized the need for his players to learn from this chastening experience and redouble their efforts to find the consistency that has eluded them. The defeat only heightened the pressure on Amorim, whose tenure is now under intense scrutiny following a string of disappointing results. This defeat to Brentford was not merely a matter of the scoreline, it laid bare the deeper, systemic issues plaguing Manchester United. With a daunting run of fixtures on the horizon, including clashes against top-flight heavyweights, Amorim and his charges face an uphill battle to turn their fortunes around. For now, Sesko's debut goal stands as a solitary ray of hope, a potential cornerstone upon which United can begin to rebuild their shattered confidence as they prepare for the challenges that lie ahead. Ruben Amorim lambastes his squad after humiliating defeat. Manchester United's manager, Ruben Amorim, unleashed a scathing critique of his players following a disappointing defeat against Brentford. The loss has intensified scrutiny on his tenure, with growing calls for his dismissal. Since taking the helm in November, Amorim has struggled to steer the team to success, amassing just 34 points from 33 Premier League matches. Coming off a morale-boosting victory over Chelsea, United failed to carry that momentum forward against Brentford. The performance was lackluster, and the team appeared to play into their opponent's hands. This setback has only deepened the pressure on Amorim, who remains steadfast in his commitment to the club despite the mounting criticism. Amorim expressed unwavering confidence in his approach, emphasizing his focus on doing what is best for Manchester United. He insisted that his priority is not to shield the players or himself but to secure victories and build momentum. The manager's determination to stay the course was clear, even as he acknowledged the intense pressure that comes with managing a club of United stature. The Portuguese tactician was particularly critical of his team's lack of character on the pitch. He noted that they failed to impose their own style of play, instead succumbing to Brentford's tactics. United struggled to settle into the match, unable to dictate the tempo or assert control, which Amorim found deeply frustrating. He highlighted specific shortcomings in the team's performance, particularly in the final third, where United squandered numerous crossing opportunities. The manager stressed that the team lacked composure and failed to adapt when decisions, such as referee calls, went against them. This inability to maintain control under pressure was a major point of concern for Amorim. Amorim also pointed out that the team's struggles were not solely down to tactics or systems, despite external narratives suggesting otherwise. He argued that the players failed to execute United's game plan, allowing Brentford to dominate the style of play. This lack of execution made it significantly harder for United to secure a positive result. The manager underscored the need for his players to show more personality and resilience, especially when momentum swung in the opposition's favor. He noted that even when external factors, such as a penalty or a foul leading to Brentford's first goal, worked against them, United should have demonstrated greater control with the ball to steady the game. Reflecting on the cyclical nature of football, Amorim acknowledged that victories can create a sense of unstoppable momentum, while defeats drag the team back to square one. He stressed the importance of starting afresh after this latest setback, with the focus firmly on securing a win in the next match to reignite the team's campaign. Despite the criticism and the challenges, Amorim remains resolute in his mission to turn Manchester United's fortunes around. His objective approach to analyzing the game and his determination to fight for the next victory underline his commitment to the club, even as he navigates the turbulent waters of managing one of football's biggest institutions. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comment your opinion.